Hey there folks, Andrea Cox here with Alkalize with Andrea Detox Retreats and AndreaCox.com, home of the Digital Detox and the 7-Day Juicy Cleanse. I am here on a Tuesday night in my kitchen. It is almost 8 o'clock and I just got done with my Facebook Live and I did kind of a dual video there where I showed them how to make a delicious gluten-free pasta with melted cheese is still melting, gluten-free, vegan, cheese, dairy-free, everything. But I also shared, you can check that out, Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox on Facebook every night, Tasty Tuesdays on Tuesday night, and Q&A Saturdays at 3 p.m. on Saturdays. I also shared with them, however, how I healed my eczema and my psoriasis. And you guys, this has been a struggle for me that first came 4 years ago. It's been a very emotional struggle. It's been a roller coaster, and not just for me, but for the Manpanion, my partner, because it's really inhibited us from, going out with friends and things of that nature, because quite honestly, when you have psoriasis or you have eczema and you're itching, and your skin is crusty and it's all over your arms, your legs, my collarbone, it was all over my chest, my abdominal area. Where it was the worst was on my legs. I'm not being funny here, but I'll show you. It was all up and down my calf. It was all on my inner thigh. It was really bad. And when you have something like that going on, it's tough and you don't want to go anywhere. And you want to stay inside. And so it's not only been tough on me, it's also been tough on him. And, I'm not the type of person to hide. I get my energy from people, and I like to be out in the world. And so, I was out in the world showing everyone, help me. But it's still, I didn't want to go to Christmas. I didn't want to go to San Francisco because I knew I would have to cover up, and I would be itching under those clothes. And when you're itchy, you're bitchy, okay? When you're itchy, you're bitchy. That's all I gotta say. So the Manpanion's been put through some stuff. But here's how I healed my eczema. Before I get into what I changed in my diet, what I ate internally and took in internally, and what I put on externally, I want you to know that, 2 of the products are my products. The other products are not. And I would never share with you something that I didn't truly believe in. So first of all, externally, let's go there. So I would basically shower using a mild soap made from hemp and tea tree oil. I think it's that all-in-one. It's very inexpensive. That's the only thing I don't have here today. When I would get out, I would pat. So many of us, we rub our bodies dry. I would not rub my body dry. My body dry. I would pat. Then I would take raw apple cider vinegar. I would soak cotton balls. I'm notorious for using all the cotton balls up at the gym. And thank you, Equinox. And I would go over my whole entire body. It was really bad in my armpits. And, you guys, I just want to show you it's still there. I'm going to show you when I go through this. So I would swab my whole body with apple cider vinegar. And then I would take tea tree oil from Young Living. Now, if you want to get into Young Living oils, I'll post my link below. You can order, and I'll give you under my sponsor link. If you use my sponsor link for your starter kit, I will give you a consultation and help you along with those. But I use tea tree oil, also called, is it Melaleuca, I believe, that they also call it. So I would take that. And to that, I would take castor oil, coconut oil, and I would just take a tablespoon of both, and I would mix the tea tree oil in, and I would also add this Florazone cream. Now, the Florazone cream, I'm going to get up here, and I'm going to sit these kind of in front. So there's the castor oil. So you see, it's nighttime here, so that's by Home Health, just really cheap. I just have Artisana's coconut oil, their raw coconut oil. Here's the Florazone. And then I have tea tree oil by Young Living. Now, if you didn't want to use Young Living, you could use tea tree oil by Now. It's a little cheaper. I personally love Young Living. I am out of my tea tree oil, so I'm using Melrose. Don't hold it against me, but tea tree oil is what you want. So I would take these items and I would just mix them up in the palm of my hand and rub it all over my body like my treatment cream. And you guys, I got to tell you, this worked fast for me. In 3 weeks, it was like I noticed the itching was less and less and less. Now, what I also did internally and externally, I would take my 2 products, the Raw Detox Formula, clay-based, and Sexy and Raw Hair, Skin, and Nails, and I would take these every single morning on an empty stomach, and every night 1 tablespoon of each. I would put them in good quality spring water, and I would add stevia, and I would take them in the morning, and I took them before dinner. And I was diligent, you guys. I was diligent. These are clay based. They're mostly clay. This one is all clay. So with the Sexy and Raw Hair, Skin, and Nails, I also at night would pack. I would make like a poultice with water and pack my arms, my underarms, my abdomen, my legs, so I wouldn't itch. And clay is drawing, so it really like drew, I think, the irritants out of my skin. It was amazing. But I want to tell you how I think I got my eczema. So I'm going to go over my formulation one more time. My formulation. So I would shower. I would take Raw Bragg's apple cider vinegar. You guys, this stuff isn't expensive. I would take that and I would swab my whole body with cotton, like any place I had it, and even the places I didn't. I even did my face and everything. I've always used this on my face though. I then would take the coconut oil and castor oil, and I would mix them together just in the palm of my hand, like a tablespoon of each. And I would add the tea tree oil, okay, tea tree oil by Young Living, and the Florazone cream, and that became my moisturizer. Now, what I did internally, I made sure there was no gluten in my diet, and I'll tell you why. I'm highly allergic to gluten, and I noticed in the 2 times I had gluten by accident, some banana chips had like wheat flour on them that the man Pannion had picked up, head to toe rash. So bad on my under armpits and calves. You can still kind of see it on my calves. So bad there that literally I couldn't wear pants. I had to wear capris, and I couldn't wear anything. I had to wear shirts like this. And it was embarrassing because it was all over my arms. So I would take my Sexy and Raw Hair, Skin, and Nails and my Raw Detox Formula. I've had these out for a few years now, you guys. I would take them internally right before dinner and first thing in the morning, just with water and stevia. Some people like to mix it with coconut oil and raw honey, but I'm a vegan, so I don't use honey. Excellent for drawing impurities out of the system. Also excellent for alkalizing. So I took those, and then I would also make a poultice out of the Sexy and Raw Hair, Skin, and Nails every night, and I would pack my skin with it and then wrap my skin. So that was my protocol, folks. That was my protocol for the last month, and now I'm going to show you. And if you want to see the before and after, I'll post some. I'll tell you what. I'll do a blog post on AndreaCox.com. That's where you can get these 2 products, by the way. I'll do a blog post tomorrow about my eczema experience, and I'll show you some of the pictures. It was horrific, but I'm going to show you what it looks like now. So this was a really bad area, and you can still see where I dried it out. That was the clay drying it out. So these creases will go away, but you can see this circle part. So you can see there. This side's going away slightly slower, so you can still see. Let me hop on the other side. And you guys, I went to a doctor and got this scraped, and it wasn't fungal. It wasn't that they handed me an antifungal cream and a prescription for a steroid. Yeah, you know, that's when you're like, fuck you, and you just walk out the door. And then, you know, even though it wasn't fungal, they hand me a fungal. Does that make any sense to you? No. So here you can see where it's still at, especially right here. Right there. Yeah. So there it is, folks. Try this. You might find that it works for you. You might find that it doesn't. It seems to have really, really worked for me. I also know that iodine is very good. Certain kinds of iodine are better than others. Check out the blog post I'm going to put up tomorrow, AndreaCox.com, and definitely pick up my 2 products on my website, the Sexy and Raw Hair, Skin, and Nails, the Raw Detox Formula, no allergens in there, vegan, organic, raw apple cider vinegar, can't go wrong with that. Coconut oil, I mean, hello, what else would you want to use as a moisturizer? Tea tree oil, I would go with Young Living. You can also get the Now brand, very cheap. Florazone, $10. And castor oil, like $3. I mean, this stuff was not, so altogether, the mixture that I made to put on my body was probably $25. With the tea tree oil, probably, you know, a little more expensive. But, you know, you guys, I got rid of it, and I got rid of it without drugs. And it feels good to be able to wear sleeveless shirts again and not feel self-conscious. So I'm Andrea Cox. Check me out on Instagram, Raw Chef Andrea, on Twitter, Raw Chef Andrea, on Facebook, Andrea Lee, Leigh Cox. I do live videos there Tuesday nights at 6 p.m., Saturdays at 3 p.m., where I answer your detox questions. We make healthy meals together. And my website, AndreaCox.com. Snapchat, Andrea Lee Cox. Be well. In service and gratitude to you always.